The realest thing somebody won't tell you is you're not shadow banned. But I'm gonna tell you this: most people on the internet is not like there's people that create content and say, "Oh, nobody sees my stuff. That nobody does this." Like if you realize, like let's take Instagram for instance. Instagram has created an algorithm to give people the best of their content that they want to see. So if people aren't seeing your stuff, that means the content you putting up is trash. I had to check myself one time. It was around like 2018. I've been posting videos online since like 2010, 2009, something like that. I've been posting content for 10 years, 11 years. And I was like, but my stuff is not doing good at all. And then I posted one thing, hilarious. Probably 1 million views on Instagram, bunch of views. And it hit me. I'm like, okay, if I'm shadow banned, then this wouldn't have worked. And at that moment, I realized, oh, the content I'm making was trash. So check yourself. You ain't getting likes. Literally, Instagram is rewarding good content. It's simple as that. Make your content better. So I be watching some of y'all videos pop up talking about like the first 45 seconds ain't got nothing in it. Picture whack as hell. It's dark, taken with an Android 2.0 that was made in 2011. Like it's a problem. You feel me? I don't even know what. I just started the video. What's happening, people? I'm James Andre Jefferson Jr. Welcome to Off the Mic Podcast, the place where myself says whatever the hell I want to say, like random. You have no idea where I'm gonna go with this. I might talk about how what's the hippopotamuses? How they the most dangerous thing on the planet? 2 hippopotamuses could kill Thanos. 2 hippopotamuses could kill 14 naked Africans with spears. They can kill 7 lions. Hippopotamuses is the most dangerous animal alive. But on some real stuff, back to the content. Some of y'all just got to realize your content got to get better. Some people are shadow banned. It's very easy to tell if you're shadow banned. Very easy. But most of you aren't. So anyway, right now I'm saying all this. I got an attitude with Facebook. They're not letting me able to post. It's crazy because I want to talk about Cardi B. If you ain't heard, Cardi B was rewarded. I think it was, some people say 3.8 million, and then there's some added fees that add up to like 4 million. Let's just say $4 million, okay? She was rewarded after a 4-year lawsuit was going on with this blogger she pretty much, she doesn't do what I do. See, what I do is different. I react to the news that's out there. I don't look for the news. I promise you, I have gotten information about rappers, actors, all types of people. Like pictures, videos. Oh, I see you make videos. Look what such and such did. Look what they did to me. And I tell those people, I don't expose. I have not made one video exposing anybody. I haven't there's not a podcast where I said, oh, I got this information. I don't want your secret information. I honestly, I don't care what information you have. Because I'll talk to you about it. Damn, that's cold. Really? He did that? She did that? Damn. But I won't expose it. What I do is I wait till somebody else exposes it. I say, hey, get that to the shade room, and then I'll react to it. But I personally not gonna put information out. So what this blogger does, she puts information out there that she has her sources, and a lot of people come to her to find the information. People come to me to find the opinion of information. So this lady, she's credible. I thought she was credible. She put out there 4 years ago. So allegedly, I'm gonna start saying allegedly, cause she got sued for 4 million, and she got to get that 4 million up. Her name's Tasha K. And hey, if you ask me, she's suing everybody. So this is all allegedly. Okay. So allegedly, she put out there that Cardi B has herpes, and she has that information. I guess it's super false information. So Cardi B goes and tells her like, hey, take this down. Sends her 2 cease and desist letters. If you don't know what a cease and desist letter is, that means somebody says, hey, shut the fuck up. You telling lies out there. Now, there's times people try to shut you up with a cease and desist, and you have accurate information. And if you are that person that exposes information, that is your right. If you know for a fact that this person did this, you got video. Oh yeah, this is what I'm putting out there. then you're good to go. But if you're making up information and some people call you a credible source and somebody sues you for false information and you knew it was false information, you're going to get sued. So what happened was she put this information out of that Cardi B has some type of STD. 2 cease and desist letters. I actually watched the video when she talked about, it was either the first or second desist letter. And she said, I'm going to wipe my ass with it. I said, hold on, boo. Like, yeah, that's a cease and desist. So Cardi B sues her. $4 million. Now, apparently in court, somebody put me on game because I don't keep up with this BS. So in court, this woman, Tasha, admits to lying for clicks, for people to come see what's going on with her. At that moment, I'm like, oh, you lost. I don't know. I didn't know. I thought you were going to lose 50,000. It's defamation. I don't know how to defamation. Pretty much when you lying on somebody, put somebody's name out there. That's why I don't get in the game of telling information. I just react. You can't sue me because I look at something and you look goofy and I clown you. You could try to get taken down for bullying and community guidelines, but you can't sue me for that. And if I say, hey, you look like a successful homeless person, that's my opinion of you. That's what I feel. I'm not telling anybody else you are a successful homeless person. I'm saying you look like a homeless, successful person. I'm talking about a homeless person that put commas on the signs and everything. But what you're doing, you're saying such and such has this, such and such did this. And that's where you get into a messy level. You got to cover your tracks. And if you're that person, you got to figure out. But it's going to change the game because nothing like this happened with, we're going to say Tasha K is a YouTuber. And YouTubers like myself talk. And on podcasts, you talk about things. You have to be sure what you talk about with these things. Or you got to say it in a way where, like, if this is true, it's such and such. Like, I don't know where Tasha gonna get that money from, but hey, you gonna, am I recording? Oh, I was about to say, I'm not even recording this whole time. Oh, I was about to be hot. I was about to say, this is what happens when you decide to do everything yourself. The reason why I do my whole thing by myself, because people are unreliable. I tried to set a podcast up with people. I tried to have co-hosts. It just wasn't working with me. Like, I've been a co-host on somebody else's podcast, but for some reason when it comes to me, I don't know how to organize. I need people to help organize situations. But also talk about Joe Biden. There was a situation, Joe Biden, I think a Fox News reporter asked a goofy ass, I don't even know what the question was, but Joe Biden, you know, he 97 years old. He don't know no better. That boy, I don't even know how he talking about running again. Somebody asked him last week, oh, is Kamala gonna be your running mate? He says, damn right she is. I said, you running again? Oh, the Democrats, you better come up with something. You better go get The Rock. You better go get somebody to compete with this energetic orange motherfucker that's gonna be all over the internet. Hey, I know he kicked off Twitter, he kicked off Facebook, he kicked off all this, but he gonna be all over the internet on your ass. Okay? So you better find somebody with the stamina. Trump, I remember one time, they picked Trump up in a helicopter because he got COVID. They picked him up Monday at 5 p.m. He was back by Monday by 8 p.m. to see Jeopardy at the house. And he just got off. You knew he was sick still, but he had the stamina. So what I'm saying is, I'm not saying we going to vote for Trump. I'm saying y'all better get somebody that got a little stamina. Yeah, y'all better convince this old ass man to step down. I'm gonna tell you this. If Joe Biden wouldn't have won without the black vote. I think the whole big thing was Georgia, that black people helped him win. And he has turned black people off. Joe Biden and COVID has successfully made niggas say, hey, you know what? Let's make America great again on accident. You know, niggas out there talking about that they saying MAGA, not even knowing they saying MAGA. Like, it's the truth. You go on these black blog sites and they post Joe Biden. Look at the comment sections. Everybody going in on Joe Biden. Everybody. So y'all turning this man off. But what the hell was I talking about? Oh, Joe Biden told this reporter, like, he didn't tell him, he kind of whispered it and the mic was on, and he said, oh, you just about a stupid son of a bitch. And look here, he might be a stupid son of a bitch, I don't know. Some of these reporters be asking stupid rabbit ass questions. And most of the time, whoever the president, like when Trump was president, CNN reporters would ask him goofy ass questions and see what he gonna say. And then the opposite end, now that it's a Democrat president, now these Republican these far right news station reporters, they gonna just say a whole bunch of dumb stuff just to get to see if he off his if he gonna act old and say something silly. You know, Joe, old as hell. Anytime he get a chance, he gonna say some rabbit BS. But yeah, he apologized for that. He said the reporter said Joe Biden called him and apologized for calling him stupid son of a bitch. Man, if I call you a stupid son of a bitch, I don't care if I'm the Pope, president, the CEO of NASA. I don't care if I own Kellogg's, the cereal. I'm gonna keep the same energy. I ain't gonna whisper it and do that. Like there was a point in time when Obama, they were talking about the situation. This is Obama. So this just happened when Kanye West got on stage and snatched the microphone away. I almost said microwave. The microphone away from Taylor Swift and said, "Oh, Beyonce had the best music video of all time." Next day, 2 days later, Obama was caught calling Kanye West an asshole. Because he a grown ass man, he able to do that. I ain't never heard Obama apologize for that. Don't apologize. I'm tired of people just apologizing. Because a lot of people, especially people of recognition on both sides, they apologize because they get caught. No, I still think you're a stupid son of a bitch, but I apologize that you heard it. No, not even I apologize that you heard it. I apologize because people tripping. That's why I hope, God forbid, I be in a situation where I gotta apologize because I said a joke, I went too far. I hope I'm not a person to come out and be like, just apologize because I feel like the public wants me to. I hope I build an audience and a platform big enough, like, let's say like Dave Chappelle, and I not get away. I'm tired of saying, oh, you get away with saying certain things. No, you just say it. That's how you feel. I think people have forgot that we're all different. Every single one of us are different. We got different grandmas. Your grandma probably owned a couple slaves. My great grandma was a slave. So you can't tell me we don't think different. I grew up in a different area than you. Your teacher was a child molester, and he taught you a whole bunch of things. My teacher probably was a crackhead. So we got different things. We're not all supposed to think the same. Like the whole thing with the M&Ms. Like if you didn't see, all right, so M&M is calling themselves a progressive because you take the green M&M and you take all the female M&Ms, right? And they have heels on. So they gave all of them like barely heels or tennis shoes. Now, this is how I feel about this. I feel like you're doing too much M&Ms as a company. I feel like leave the M&Ms alone. If you want a slutty green M&M, let there be a slutty green M&M. If you want it, like, this is my thing with, like, I'm gonna keep it consistent too. So I think it's stupid and I think it's silly when you take fantasy. M&Ms are fantasy. Talking candy is fantasy. And you change something and call it progressive. It's not progressive when you change something. Now, what would have been progressive, saying we support women, and if M&Ms came out, you said, no, what, we support sluts, and we support women, and we support girls that dress up like a traditional guy, like what are they called, tomboys, or we should dress people that don't identify as a gender, if they're gender fluid. You can add every color M&M and say this represents this. Why would you take away the M&M that represented the heels? Now, I'm saying this, and at the same time, I don't give a fuck. I really don't. It's too much to be worried about in the world for me to get M&Ms. The only reason I'm talking about it because it was such a big deal, and I get the argument because it's true. Like, why do you have to change M&Ms? Niggas was in the street because a cop put his knee on a black dude's face for, what was it, 8 minutes and 43 seconds, I think, or 8 minutes and 46 seconds. That sounds more correct. And we were marching, rioted, tow up a bunch of targets, a lot of things. And what did we get? Aunt Jemima to disappear. Like, I'm like, what the hell? We did all that to lose Aunt Jemima? Like, we, in the black household, we mess with Aunt Jemima. So how we get rid of Aunt Jemima? Like, that's not what we was asking for. Women out here talking about the Me Too. No, not even the women. The LGBT community. They talking about they want their rights. They want to feel safe. They think certain things should be taught in schools. They think certain things should happen. They fighting for this. What they get? M&Ms and tennis shoes. Nobody was. I promise you, there was nobody at home watching the M&M commercials saying, "Why does this green M&M have heels on?" You're doing too much. You trying to be in a. What M&Ms did pretty much is say, you know what? If M&Ms was in charge of Disney and Marvel, they would say, you know what? If we're gonna make a Black Panther, we should get rid of Iron Man. You know what? Get rid of Captain America, please. No, just add a character. Just add a character in a fantasy world. You are not changing historical facts. You are not changing anything that matters. So why the hell would you think you changing the tennis shoes to be more, that's progressive? You know what's progressive? Saying, you know what? Every other pack, half our profits is going to go to the fight to help transgender people, to get the information out there on, because okay, so when it comes to like transphobic and homophobic and all that stuff, it is a group of people that are truly homophobic, transphobic, misogynistic, racist, evil individuals that you cannot tell them anything. And these people, I don't mess with those people at all. Then there are people that don't understand. I have a trans sister. I have a better understanding of the world, of their world, because I got to watch certain conversations happen. I got to watch family members refuse to say him instead of she. I got to watch that. I got to watch how that affected my brother. So I have a different understanding of what's going on. Now, if I didn't have that trans brother, I might be one of the ignorant people that just don't know what's going on. Now, the problem is, I told you I was going to keep it consistent. I'm going to tell you in a second. The problem is, you take, as you can see, I don't practice none of this. I don't write. I ain't got nothing on my computer. I just got a computer out here with. I could literally type this show out. I don't even know where I'm at with it right now. The problem is, you take the people that are super evil, and then the people that are just don't know no good, and you combine those groups as if they're the same. These people in the middle are people that, if they get the right understanding of what's going on, they might come right over here. I have had a lot of white friends that started off not super racist, but just in the middle of just ignorance, not understanding what's going on. Once they got a better understanding, they were over here like, damn, I didn't know that was going on. So what I'm saying is, education is important. Listening to people's experiences is important. I was on Clubhouse, and the room was about women asking black men questions. And there was a question about why do men cheat and do this? And all the men, it was about 12, 15 men. I was on the board, and every other man said, "Oh no, we don't do that. We don't do that." And I was getting upset. I was like, the motherfucker sitting here telling you what she's going through, and you denying her experiences. So what I'm saying is, don't deny somebody that's trans or gay, lesbian, them, they, whatever. Don't deny their experience because you don't understand, because you don't believe what's going on. I have a friend, or used to have a friend, that I would have conversations with, in-depth conversations about not the justice system, not about how racist America is, but about my personal things. And this nigga would look, this white dude would literally come in here and still tell me, oh, racism doesn't exist. After I told you my experiences. Like, we ain't even talking about the cops doing something in the streets to some random nigga we don't know. I'm talking as a friend, as somebody you know for years. I'm telling you, this is what's going on in my life. So this racism that you don't think exists, you have a friend that is experiencing it and you still deny it. So it should be three subjects. You have people that are super misogynistic, evil, blah, 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 blah. They're far over here. Then you got those people that are just dumb ignorant and refuse to listen to other. They're stuck in their own ways. Those people far gone too. And then you got those people just in the middle that don't know what's going on. Those are the people we got to fight for. That's what a lot of black people switched a lot of white people's minds about what's going on in this country because they talk to those people. I ain't gonna go talk to the Klan. Like why? Go talk to Jared that go to community college that ain't never seen no racism in his life, but he does got some racism in his family. All you got to do is tell him a couple stories, and guess what? He on the fight. All those marches, those Black Lives Matter marches. You see all those white people out there? That's people that those people were transitioned to that side. They didn't come out the womb feeling like, oh yeah, Black Lives Matter. My people are evil. No, they heard stories. They listened to people. Then you got those people that refuse, no matter what they hear. They're not very hateful in their heart. They just don't. They refuse to accept what's really going on in other people's realities. And then you got the people far left that just are hateful, no matter what you could tell them. Little black baby fall on the ground, they laugh and step on their head. Is what I'm trying to tell you. So I said all that to say, the whole talks about a black Superman, like the black Superman. If they're saying let's replace Clark Kent with a black guy, I think that's a dumb idea. I don't like it at all. And I'm keeping it 100 because a lot of times people, it's easy to take a harder stance what is important to you over what somebody else is going through. Okay, so a lot of people say there should be a black Superman. No. Why don't? Superman comes from a planet called Kryptonite or Krypton. Why don't you have a black person from Krypton named Tyrone, Jamal, whatever name you want to give them? Why won't you have them come to America or come to Earth and be a whole new character? That's all I'm about. Add character to these fantasy things. You don't gotta take nothing away. The only one I am for is black James Bond. I want a black ass James Bond. Perfect example that I loved. What was it called? Creed. Creed is pretty much the black Rocky. But did you take away Rocky? No. You just added to the storyline, and the character that Rocky is training so happens to be Michael B. Jordan. A black version. And I love it. I didn't need Rocky to be black, but I would love to praise somebody that is like Rocky that so happens to be black. So yeah, I want a black Jay. That's the only character you switch up. Idris Elba need that job. Ain't no way in here. I don't know if you know the story behind that, but not the directors and the producers of the movie. James Bond is based off a Arthur, I think, like a book. So the original author says that he doesn't like the idea of James Bond being black. But too bad. Hey, if you created James Bond, you about to die anyway. We go on, do what you do and come back. But people, that's the podcast for this week. I appreciate you so much for listening. Make sure you follow me on social. Hey, my Facebook is popping off. My TikTok is popping off. I am trying to get everything popping off by my birthday in April. I only need one more site to blow up a little bit. Well, shit. I got over 100,000 on Facebook, 500,000 on Instagram, 300,000, almost 400,000 on TikTok, and then Twitter. I got 9,000. They won't even verify me on Twitter. Like before I was on the show on Netflix called The Circle, I qualified to be verified on Twitter. After bunch of interviews, bunch of articles, bunch of all this. I definitely qualify. I'm verified anywhere but Twitter. I done applied. Twitter keep denying me. I'm like, what the hell going on? Come on now. Look out for your boy. But anyway, everything, all those are at James Jefferson J. Why not? If you and by the way, thank you for those of you that messaged me about the Spotify video. If you're an audio listener or you're a video listener, hit me up. I want to know what your experience is listening to these new versions of these podcasts. Before I used to use a microphone. If you listening, you don't see that I'm showing the microphone. I know the quality is a little worse with the microphone that I'm using on my chest, but I really want to know how can I improve your experiences? Do you enjoy the video versions? Or are you just an audio listener? If you're on Spotify or YouTube, you can watch the visual version. If you're on audio, I appreciate you too. James Jefferson J. Twitter, Snapchat, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram. Make sure you follow me. Thank you for listening Off the Mic. And remember, Cardi B, I ain't say shit about you, boo. Don't sue me. I deleted all my videos. Forget what you talking about. I ain't about to get sued playing around with you with your dumb ass.